Wes Craven's put the gang back together, and a few new killers as well. Let's see some blood. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob, and we're doing Scream 2, directed by Wes Craven, the genius he is. But yous all fucking know that. Well, you all know the storyline of Scream, because you've watched the first one. And we're continuing the story, and this is why Wes Craven is an absolute genius. It's not just a horror film, it's a fucking story, and it is the story of Sidney. Like I said in my first review, this doesn't even need to be called Scream. It could just be called Sidney. He's got the gang back together, all the major stars from the first one. This is going to be a ripper. Let's review. And Wes Craven really had it to fucking perfection with the opening Scream movies. All the opening scenes are just amazing for Scream movies. And this was very clever to have the opening scene with two black victims, because we didn't have any black victims in the first movie. So it's a good swerve and it's a good opener. And this couple really take the piss out of white folks. I really love it. Jada Smith really taking the piss out of
some ass white girls getting their white asses cut the fuck up, okay?
Really takes the piss out of us whiteys. And you know what? Yeah, we'd probably run. Yeah, we'd do what happens in the movie. We'd fucking run. I love how they've gone to the cinemas. They're really turning reality. They're turning it kind of into reality, like what real life does. We take fucking real murders and we turn them into movies. So Wes Craven's just fucking replicated that and turned fucking what happened in the first fucking movie into a stab movie. It is just pure genius. Brilliant. Now Jada Smith and Omar Epps in the opening scene. This black couple would never ever be able to get killed by a Ghostface. I'm telling you, Ghostface would never be able to kill these guys if they were at their house or whatever, getting stalked on the phone. They'd be motherfucker, they would fuck Ghostface up. But because there was so many Ghostface in this cinema, it's very clever because this is the only way that they can really get killed and get tricked. All this stab shit at the cinemas was all distracting, and this couple, like I said, they're very strong characters. They would never have got killed. They would have fucked Ghostface up, and this is the only way that Ghostface would have been able to kill this couple. So this is why this opening scene was fantastic. Jada Smith was a little bit dramatic when she was up at the cinemas, but apart from that, it's a damn good opener. We got another good opener to another fucking damn good movie. Now all the characters are back again, and the character development's happening with them. They're getting stronger after the first movie. They're all in college now, and it's all kind of basically the same, but we've moved on to the next stage of their story, which is fantastic. Sidney's character development is perfect as well because she's less afraid now. It's great watching it. She's more aware, and you're watching her get stronger as the movies go on. But still gets confused at times. It still gets confused and upset. So you're still seeing that character development. Very, very clever, Wes. They do a very, very good job of trying to make you think that Randy is the killer with a lot of his sequel talks. And when you watch it again, you're like, fucking hell, they really actually could have made Randy a part of the first two killers, and he was the third one that never got caught. And they actually could have gone with that as Randy was the third one. They didn't go with that, but it was very clever that they tried to make you think that's kind of what was happening. Unlike the first one when you didn't realize it was two killers, this one's kind of pretty obvious that it's definitely two killers with things that happen during this movie. And once again, it's obvious that it's someone within the group, 100% when you're watching this. But once again, it's a good murder mystery. It's not just a slasher, it's not just a horror, it's actually a murder mystery, and it's Sidney's story. Gale and Dewey, they return. They're fantastic in their roles again. Once again, character development for them, getting stronger and getting hot for each other. Very good. And we finally get to really get introduced to Cotton now that he's out of jail. And I really enjoyed his character. I thought that was very good, bringing the accused murderer of Sidney's mum, now released, into the movie. Because they also try and make you think that it's him as well. So very, very good and clever by Wes. And I'm not going to lie, there is some cheesy shit in this movie compared to the first one that really ticks me off a little bit. But at the same time, I kind of understand it's for Sidney's story and character development, so they've got to have a little bit of that crap in there. It's kind of character progression, some of those little slow bits. Maybe loses a few little points for me, but it's still fantastic, don't get me wrong. You've got to have one original main character die in each movie. So when 7 comes out, Courtney Cox or Sidney's going to die. It's going to be one of those two because we've been seeing one of the main characters die each movie. There are moments in this movie that give you the anxious feeling from part 1 where you're just like, fucking run or get the fuck out of there or holy shit, but nothing like part 1 of the same vibe of giving you the fucking chills because you've been there before and all that, but they still did a damn good job. There's a few good swerves when we get close to finishing the movie that still make you kind of think, and that's brilliant. Now, the reveal of the killers was good in this, but it was a little bit lackluster for me. And no spoilers in case you haven't seen it. Everyone's seen it. No spoilers. I was happy with one of the killers, and the second killer was stupid and obvious. So when I first watched this, I did get one of the killers, didn't get the second one. Once again, when I've rewatched this again now, I haven't seen this for 5 years or more. Seen this at the cinemas back in the day though. Once again, it's just so obvious, like who the main killer is from the main group. Very, very obvious. And I didn't like him being the killer. I liked the other one, not him. Stupid! The ending was good, made part 1 go full circle, come back around. Really, really good. Very, very good. And just seeing Sidney's character grow. Love it. Can't wait to watch part 3 again. I really actually can't really remember who the fucking killer is in part 3, so I'm actually really looking forward to part 3. But I kind of do remember it was the worst one, I think. Can't remember, and that's a good thing. That's why I love going back and watching these movies. This one, I give a 7 out of 10 blood popcorns. It should have been a 6.5, but I don't give halves. So I'm going to give it a 7. I enjoyed it, just didn't like one of the killers. I liked one, didn't like the other. Didn't think that one should have been in there because it was a bit stupid. Apart from that though, it was a fucking good sequel. Hard to get a good sequel these days. And Scream, man, what a great franchise. That's what it lost a few points on for me. It would have got fucking higher. The soundtrack. The soundtrack was very 90s, as in 90s kind of pop-ish, pop rock. Should have been heavier. The music should have been a lot fucking heavier. My opinion. The first soundtrack of the first movie was so good. This one just was too like... you could have put it in the background of maybe an American Pie or something like that. Maybe not to that extent, but you know what I'm talking about. That style of music. Smash Mouth type of Blink-182, I don't know. They needed more Alice Cooper and fucking heavy metal stuff. Come on. I'm going to chuck a favourite kill in this one. My favourite kill was the cop's face getting smashed. And who doesn't like that? Alright guys, like, subscribe, do what you want. Wednesdays, me and Adzi do the draft picks where we pick our favourite movies from whatever topic we do. Have a watch of that. It's good fun to chuck it on in your background and have a little laugh. And you can vote as well. And retro reviews, new reviews, I do it all on here, and I'll keep doing it regardless if no one fucking watches or if you do watch. So in the end, like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want, say hi to your mum for me, and I'll be back next time. See you!